Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin, and today's video is just going to be kind of like a full face on how to do your like foundation, blush, bronzer, highlight, stuff like that. My last video that I posted, I kind of did like little clips and stuff like that, and then voiced over, and I didn't really like it, so I'm redoing it. But this time I'm going to do two separate videos, one for face and one for eyes. That way I can really focus on specific things, let you guys know certain things, stuff like that, instead of rushing through trying to do my voice as I'm doing my makeup. It didn't really work out, so that's what today's video is just full face. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then please, continue to watch this video. I'm in no way, shape, or form a professional makeup artist. I don't claim to be one. I don't even claim to be a makeup artist. I'm just someone that really likes to do makeup, and I was kind of self-taught on everything that I've done, and it's not easy. You make a lot of mistakes and trial and error over the years, and hopefully these videos will make it just a little bit easier for you if you're starting out as a beginner. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then please continue watching, and like and subscribe and comment and share and do all that fun stuff. So all right, thank you. Mwah. What I do, guys, I just want to say that I'm extremely sorry. When I was editing this video, moisturize. I did not realize how loud of a breather I am. I mean, I can hear myself through the entire video, and I am so sorry. I did not want to put any music in there because I wanted you guys to kind of hear everything I'm saying, but I'm not expecting you to. I'm so sorry. Just please, just don't hate me. I'm a really loud breather. All right, continue watching. Thank you. Really good. It's a water cream. So from what I've kind of understood about water creams is because our skin is kind of porous, it absorbs water creams into the skin better than if it was like oil based, stuff like that, if that makes sense. So this is my favorite, but I've also been using this right here, this Glam Glow Moisture Trip. I'm not sure how much this is, because a lot of this stuff that I'm using in my videos, some of it I have bought myself. Like I bought this myself. This was sent to me. I am a subscriber to BoxyCharm. Like 26 bucks a month. I get sent a like 3 or 4 full-sized items, beauty related. So a lot of this stuff was sent to me through BoxyCharm, and I just kind of try them out, stuff like that. So this was one of them. I'm not sure the actual full price. And then this is another thing that I've really been liking to use. Clean Skin Club Vitamin C Brightening Booster. I have been using this and then putting moisturizer on top. This little, I don't know, pipette. And just 1, 2. Don't forget your neck. There we go. Okay, so now that I've got that applied, I'm going to go in with my Tatcha Water Cream. It comes with this like cool little applicator on top. I've never used that. And I was kind of dip in. boop, boop, boop. Gotta make sure I get my double chins. Can't forget those chins now, can we? A bit more close. Okay. So we got that applied now. And then I kind of just let that kind of sit in for a couple of minutes. And then I go in and I put my primer on. So, okay, so now that that's kind of sunk in to the skin, I'm going to go in and put my primer down. The thing about this is I actually seen this stuff. Actually, I seen this, the foundation, through like an ad. Anyway, I don't remember if it was on a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad or where I seen it, but I seen it. I took a quiz, kind of answered some of the things like, do you feel like you look better with gold or silver jewelry, so that they could kind of get a hint of your undertones. And then I opted to get the Il Makiage foundation, primer, and concealer. And it was like $114. But you had 14 days to try it. And within those 14 days, if you didn't like it, you could send it back and get a full refund. So I ended up liking it. So I kept it because it's been the first foundation I've found in a while that I actually really like. It really matches my skin tone. After we do all that, the serum, that, we put this on. Okay, so this is the Il Makiage No Filter Poreless the Il Makiage No Filter Poreless Base Smoothing Primer. So, just a couple things. That's what it looks like. Okay, so after I do that, this is where I actually go and I do my eyes while I let kind of all of that set in. I like to do my eyes first before I put on my eyeshadow. I like to do my eyes first before I put on my foundation because nothing sucks harder than when you're doing like your or when you've done your foundation, you've done your bronzer, you've done all that, you're all done, and then you're working on your eyes, and it's a new product, maybe you've never used it before, and you have this fallout like everywhere, and then you're like trying to wipe it away, and it's just kind of smearing, and then now you've got raccoon eyes, and you know, it's easy to, it's for me, it's just easier to do my eyes first to avoid all of that crap. So, I'm actually going to go do my eyes, but I'm going to film it, but not for this video. Okay, so I've done my eyes. Now we're going to continue the rest of the face. So, as you can see, I have a lot of fallout from my eyeshadow, which is why I do this first before I finish my face. So, what I'm doing here is I have some dried out makeup wipes. This literally has, it's dried out. And what I did was I took some of my primer, and we're wiping away that excess. Under our eyes. Okay, as you can see, we no longer have all that. I mean, I still have some shimmer, but we no longer have that excess that we've had, or that was there. So, what I mentioned in my first tutorial is you can see how rosy red my cheeks are. It doesn't matter. They're always red. I don't want to really cancel it out. I want to tone it down. So what I'm going to do is come in with my concealer. This is the Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer. And I come in, take your beauty blender, and just I always get red right here too. I like 2 little dots on my chin that get red. Even my nose is red. Middle of my forehead's red. Okay. There we go. So we got that, as you can see. It hasn't completely gotten rid of the red, but it has toned it down, which is, you know, if I wanted to completely get rid of it, I'd color correct with like a green concealer color corrector. You know, something green to help cancel out that red. Okay, so now we're gonna put our foundation on. I always prefer beauty blenders to brushes. Beauty blenders, you're taking it and you're pouncing it into the texture on your skin. Brushes, you're just kind of moving it around. You're not really pouncing it in there. So you're not going to get a really good, I don't know. People use brushes. I don't like brushes. You know, you want to use a brush, use a brush. I don't give a shit. It's your makeup. Okay, so that's 2 pumps. Boop, boop. Now I start on my reddest parts of my face, which is my cheeks. I take it, avoid your under eye. I mentioned this in my last video. I kind of talked on it. This was something that I did not know. This was something that I had gathered from watching Robert Welsh on YouTube. He used the same analogy. Imagine that your under eyes is like a curtain. And if you sit there and you're putting, you know, your primer, your foundation underneath, and then, you know, this shit ton of concealer, and then you're baking, putting a bunch of powder, it's gonna start sagging, and it's gonna start creasing, and it's gonna look like poop. And it does, because it happens to me. I would bake, I would do all that crap under my eyes and stuff like that, and then be done with my makeup, and then I have these, you can see these little lines under my eyes. There would just be crap just gunked in those lines. And I'd be like, well, I don't get it, because that's what I've seen, you know, so-and-so on YouTube do. It's because you're not supposed to do that. And that's stuff that you do for like cameras, like for like film. It's good. It looks great on camera. In real life, it looks like shit, and it does. I 100% know that, because it happens to me. So once I found this and I was watching his videos, and, you know, he explained this, I was like, what? Are you serious? I'm like, that explains so much. So I quit doing that. Followed, you know, his advice and stuff on it, and my makeup looks awesome. Like, I have no complaints on my makeup now. Get that turkey neck there. Get your double chin, girls. It's okay. It's okay if you got a double chin. We're not perfect. Make sure you get your ears. You get down on your neck. Get your whole face. Okay, girls? Get it all. Get your ear. There we go. We're done with foundation. So now it's concealer time. We have left no product under here, so this is where your concealer is going to go, under your eyes. I don't have dark circles. I don't have bags that I need to hide any of that, so I'm just using a brightening concealer. It's not a full coverage concealer. It's more for brightening than it is for coverage. If you needed something for coverage, then you would use that. So This is the Il Makiage, the I'm Flawless concealer. Take it, boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. I use my fingers here. So, what I did is I went above here. And you're like, why? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because this is a little bit lighter than my actual skin tone, it's taking your eye and it's bringing it upward. So it's going to look bright. It's going to look like your eyes are more lifted. Snatched. Okay, so then we're going to do a little same over here. I use my fingers for this. Some use a brush, some use beauty blender. I use my fingers. Because what did we use before they had these little fancy schmancy stuff? Those little shitty foam that you buy them and there was like 12 on them and you ripped them apart and used it. I'm ashamed to say I did that. Or you use your fingers. Okay. See that? Concealer done. Okay, so concealer is done. What are we gonna do now? You say. You thinketh to yourself. We're gonna set. So I've really been liking this powder right here. It is Ciat London Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. I love coconut and it smells like coconut. So I've been using it. I take this fluffy brush here. This is the brightening brush from Alamar. I also use this for my highlighter. So I just give that a little wipe off. Take it and I dip into it. You see how much is on there? We're not even going to use. Go under your eye with it. Okay. So this is going to kind of help just set. Don't jab yourself in the eye with it. It's going to kind of help set that concealer. I dip back into it. We have this. Tap off that accent. Tap off the excess. And then work on the areas where you're most oily. For me, that's my T-zone. and my like jowls here. I don't want my jowls creasing. I want you to see how much powder we still have left in this lid. We didn't even use a quarter of it. That just goes back in there. And that's how we set. There's no need to bake. None of that. You don't have to do that crazy stuff. So now some people would contour. So now some people would contour. I don't contour. I don't see or feel the need to contour my face. My nose is already pretty skinny. I have a small nose. I don't need to contour my nose. You know, contour is to mimic bone structure, shadows. So if you're going to contour, use grayer tone shades. Don't use like this. This is highlight, or this. Don't use this. This is bronzer. Use grayer tone shades, a gray eyeshadow, stuff like that. It's to mimic bone structure. So if you wanted higher cheekbones, you would, you know, contour here. I already have pretty high cheekbones. Contouring isn't going to do anything for me. It's not going to make me, you know, oh look, hide my double chin. You know, it's not going to do anything for me. So I don't contour. I don't feel like there's any need. So I'm going to go straight into my bronzer. Now, I use this right here, this like little stipple brush. What is it? A bronzer brush. I use this for my bronzer. This is from Alamar too, and I'm using this Ace Beauté Bronzed in Paradise, and I'm white, like really white, so I dip into this first shade because we don't want to, you know, look gross. So I always kind of do like a 3. That may not be necessary for everybody. That's kind of what I do. I think it looks good for me. And you bronze where the sun's going to naturally hit, like your forehead, nose, you know, cheeks, stuff like that. So I start on my forehead, and I just kind of start working it in. Onto my cheeks. No. So, one thing that I would kind of have learned throughout the years, is like when I go to do my nose, I guess maybe it was just the way I was like baking or putting on like my shit ton of concealer. When I would go to do my bronzer, my brush would actually remove product from my nose. So I would have like these like weird patches of where product was being removed. So I kind of learned to stipple on my nose area instead of rubbing like I do on the rest of my face. I'd stipple. Make sure you get into that hairline. You don't want to have this like white halo. Okay. And then I take it and just kind of run it. And then for some reason, I just kind of start doing that. And that's how we bronze. So now we're gonna do highlight. So now we're gonna do highlighter. I like this Glow Kit by Anastasia, and I really like this color Stardust right here. Now, highlighting is to mimic where light bounces off of your face. So what I'll do is I'll sit here, have my ring light on, and I'll look. Okay, where is light reflecting off of my skin? It's reflecting here, it's reflecting here, it's reflecting here and here, here and here. You see that? It's reflecting here too, but I don't put highlighter there because I have oily skin, and putting highlighter here can kind of draw attention to the oilness, or it can look like oil. So if you're really dry and you want that dewy finish, by all means, put highlighter there. It's going to look beautiful. If you're oily like me and you don't want to, you know, highlight that area because it's going to look like oil, don't do it. So we're taking this brightening brush from Alamar, looking, and we're putting where the light is reflecting. You don't need a shit ton of highlighter. Some people love it. Some people are like, yes, I want to glow for the gods. You do you, man. I don't give a shit. You want a shit ton of highlighter? Go for it, girl. Grab it. Can I do it for this thing? This is where it's bouncing off. Kind of right in here. Right here. Yes. And then we are highlighted where all the light is bouncing off of our skin. Okay, so now we're gonna do blush, and you know the way that we were, you know, taught is smile, do your blush, and then when you see, you put it here, it's gonna drop down and it's gonna be like right here. You see what I'm saying? It's going to move your product. So you're thinking you're placing it, you know, right here, and then you drop in your blushes like right here. So I don't smile. Ever. I don't smile when I'm doing my blush. So from what I've learned is, if you have a round face like me, you kind of want to take it, I start like about right here, and I go up into my hairline. That's going to kind of take it you know, create the illusion of a longer face. If you have a longer face already and you want a rounder face, your little apples, you're gonna take it and put most of your color here and go over. And that's gonna create that little, you know, little apple. Kind of help it look like you have a rounder face. So, I used this blush yesterday in my video, and you couldn't really see it on camera. Maybe you could. I couldn't really tell. This has a lot of pigment, so I just kind of like dipped into it and then like went in, and it was like this huge streak of blush, and I was like, holy shit. So I ended up having to go in with my kabuki brush and buff it down, which I didn't show on camera. I got this off of Wish. I knew one of these had a lot of pigment. I couldn't remember which one it was, but I was like, I haven't used this in a while. Well, now I remember why, because I kind of went in and it was like, it was just, holy crap. So, we ain't, so it was like, oh my goodness. So I ain't using this today. I'm going to use this color. Queen's Pride. I believe I got this off of Wish as well. And I'm going to use this brush right here. This is a complexion brush by Alamar, but I use it for my blush. So I'm going to kind of go in and take it. And go up. It's a lot better. It was so bad yesterday. Like, I couldn't even believe. Okay. So, that's where I put my brush. It's kind of like my guide. And we're done with our blush. Okay. So we're done with blush. Now we're going to do our eyebrows. I had mentioned yesterday, I had mentioned in the previous video that I'm pretty natural, kind of old school when it comes to my eyebrows. You know, I'm not going to sit there and like draw on individual hairs and box them in and just make it look like they're pasted on. I have eyebrow hairs. You know, I don't need to draw them on and make them look incredibly boxy and fake like you see a lot of people doing. I don't think they look good. I think it looks like shit. That's my opinion. Do with that what you will. You'll not see me do that in any of my videos. So, these are the two things that I need for my eyebrows. I just take it, comb through, actually I would use this hand for this side. Now, when I'm putting, you're putting on your foundation, stuff like that, it can make it look washed out. So my goal is to just kind of bring them back to life, to bring color back into them. Take that brush, brush that color through. That's how I do my eyebrows. Oh, speaking of which, I'm really liking this. This is from Mary Kay, and it's just a precision brow liner in the color brunette. I'm really liking it. That's it. I'm done with my eyebrows. That's it. I'm done with the face, except for I have to use my setting spray, which is where I would do it now before finishing my eyes. So I use the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. So we're going to take it. I always keep like a little card thing here, and I use it to fan myself. So that this will dry. Okay, so this is the completed overall face. I just put on a liquid lipstick. Yeah. Makeup, it's, once you learn some, tips and tricks and stuff like that, it's fun to do. So I hope this video helps you. I hope you liked it, and I hope to continue to do more videos in the future. So if you like this, please subscribe, comment, like, share, all that fun stuff, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the future if I continue to have positive feedback on this. So, all right, guys, thank you for watching.